What makes us happy? This is a complicated but important question. For instance, I may be happy for private reasons, such as the birth of a child, or for professional reasons, such as the success of a project. For someone else, the most important is to be able to live in a fancy house, or go frequently to restaurants or theaters. Complicated, isn't it? The goal of this section is to find out if there are different drivers or shared drivers of happiness. The good news is that some academics have worked on this issue, and a lot. There has been an explosion of empirical research on happiness. A common practice is to measure self-reported levels of happiness. This means that researchers ask respondents to simply report on how satisfied they are in their life and why. In 2010, Frey Stutzer publishes a meta-analysis on the literature on life satisfaction. What were the results? The first key element which clearly influences life satisfaction is your professional situation. Unemployment, for instance, is most correlated with substantial unhappiness. There may be a few reasons that explain this result. It could be the loss of income or some non-financial elements. In fact, further analysis shows that when income level is kept constant, the influence of unemployment is not due to lower revenues, but to non-pecuniary stress. To put it in another way, a main element is non-pecuniary stress. In addition to your professional situation, Frey and Stutzer highlight that other elements influencing happiness are age, health, and family circumstances. They also highlight that women report slightly higher level of happiness than men. These results echo the ones of a poll which was carried out in the UK by the BBC a few years ago. Respondents were asked to identify the elements affecting their well-being. If you look at the results on this pie, you will rapidly identify that two central elements are the relationship with your relative, your family, your friends, and your health. Most of these factors are probably intuitive. Nevertheless, it is less intuitive why some wealthy people are less satisfied by their life, while some poor people are very satisfied. Some strands of the literature in psychology and sociology provide some answers. Moreover, they nicely complement what we've just learned on the drivers of happiness. There are two phenomena that explain some unexpected level of life satisfaction. The first one is social comparison. We attempt to compare ourselves with our neighbors or other relevant people. This comparison affects our well-being. Moreover, the richer you get, the more likely that you will compare yourself with others. Unemployment is thus even more dramatic in terms of happiness if you live in an area with a low unemployment rate. The second one is the adaptation, or habits. People get used to new circumstances or the quality of life very quickly. This therefore suggests that we may constantly need more to be happier, or even sustain our level of well-being. This is obviously worrying in a world that is not infinite. For instance, natural resources are limited and we will not be able to keep extracting them forever. The flip side of this coin is the fact that human being has a wonderful capacity to cope with external shock. This is what we call resilience. From their papers, we can understand that the relationship with our relatives are crucial, or that happiness is often related to how we compare ourselves with the others.